Hello, hello. It is Sara Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for this Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the moon in Virgo. Um, okay, so we're still working with that energy from the Mars Pluto square. That could still be stirring up some shit, but now this Virgo moon is going to square the Gemini stuff, as they are both mutable signs, both ruled by Mercury. This might be a good time to hire a coach if you're looking for a coach that's gonna like say the shit that needs to be said to you. This could be that moment. That somebody lights a fire under your ass and says the things. Virgos are really good at just saying what needs to be said sometimes, and that they're, this moon's going to square off with Jupiter and then Mercury. We will then of course have the first quarter square moon, and then this square to Venus, and um and of course, these planets are just coming off of a square to Saturn in Pisces. So the mutable energy is going to be really, really intense. Mutable meaning change, lots of change. And that's why I say, like, this could be a good time to hire a coach, somebody that's going to say the thing to you that you need to hear. Maybe you don't want to hear it, but that's what coaches are for, is to say that. Honestly, I can tell you, I've worked with coaches for I have been working with coaches consistently since 2019, even though I did my coaches training program in 2017 into 18. So I had coaches then. Prior to that, I had coaches in 2010 to 2011, 12, something like that. So I've worked with coaches off and on for 14 years. And especially for the last 7, there's not a coach I have worked with that I haven't told to fuck off, because I don't like what they say, even though I know they say it from love and from heart and all of that. And that's the thing you got to remember about a Virgo situation, is they say what they need to say. They mean it from heart. They don't mean it maliciously. They mean it from heart, but they mean it to help you become aware of something that you need to become aware of in order to expand, in order to grow. Right. So it sounds really brutal to hear, but it's not meant that way. Especially if you have a well-established relationship with that coach, or with that person that you're hiring as a coach, that sort of thing. I used to be known as a really brutal coach. And one of my colleagues once said to me, she's like, well, you can't exactly sugarcoat an arm bar. And if you've ever been in an arm bar in either judo or jujitsu, you can't sugarcoat that. That freaking hurts, right? So, um, so I think, like, maybe now is the time to get some of that type of input. Is to have somebody say the thing to you that you need to hear. Whether you want to hear it or not is a whole different situation. But yeah. Otherwise, I think, we're going to have a lot of word exchanges, which could be volatile with that Mars Pluto square, coming off that moon in Leo. I think some things will be, people are going to exchange words regardless. And I think it's, who are you associating with? Who are you around? Um, you know, or are people just stirring the cauldron, or the drama cauldron, as I like to call it, that sort of thing. So I think it's, just be aware of who you're around, but also I think be open to, again, like the renegotiation of relationships, or maybe the reestablishment of a relationship, whatnot. Virgo also rules the digestive system. So I always like to talk about, feeling things throughout your body, like feeling them, from your crown, through your throat, through your heart, through your solar plexus, through your sacral, into your root, and really grounding in what you may be downloading, because there is still quite a bit of light flooding our planet. And the beautiful part about light flooding our planet is things are getting woken up, but the disadvantage is shadows are being revealed, darkness is being revealed. And so, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be easy. None of it is, but, yeah. So, I mean, that's the part of this particular journey that we're in right now, is that it's not easy, it's not simple, but it is doable, and you're here to do it. Otherwise, you would not be here. I will also say, with this Virgo moon, opposite, Saturn and Neptune and Pisces, mental health will continue to be a thing, to be aware of. And please feel, don't feel shameful to reach out for support. We all need it right now. We all need, whether it's psychotherapy, or, if you need to just call somebody to talk, or, or if you need serious help, like, please don't hesitate to get help where you need it. It's okay. We're all going through some level of something right now. And there's really no shame. In fact, it's complete bullshit that we've been conditioned to believe that psychotherapy is, only for the weak. It's actually for the strong, because it takes a strong motherfucker to do this work, whether it's with a psychotherapist or a coach or whatever. It takes a strong person to heal. So that's why not everybody does it, and that's okay. So, anywho, let's see what's up with the tarot. Of course, you can book a reading with me. The link to my Calendly is below. You can buy me a coffee if you would like to support me. And you can also join the Awakening Spirit Collective. My affiliate link to that is below. So if you'd like to be a part of that community, that would be amazing. Would love to have you there. Lots of people there to support your growth and your healing and your awakening process. And we got the Knight of Latinum in reverse. Let me just get this one recently. Don't get swindled. Don't get manipulated. Don't fall for a scheme or a scam. Maybe the words that someone's saying, I did talk about people using their words, and, some people can use their words to manipulate or to wear somebody down, or, get that used car salesman kind of mentality. But it's actually a scheme or a scam. So you kind of want to be aware of those sorts of things. And, yeah. And maybe it's calling people out on it. Maybe it's like, hey, I know what you're up to, mofo, and I'm not gonna let you get away with that shit on me this time, or not at all, period. Not falling for that crap. Been there, done that, wrote that book. Let's see what's up with the ancient feminine wisdom. Um, we signed up for this journey, didn't we? Yes, we did. We are here in this time and in this space for a unique purpose. We are here to not only be a lesson, not only to learn our lessons, but to be a lesson to others. And that's a really important thing to keep in mind, is, we're here to teach others as much as we're here to be taught. And I feel like that might be really important through this stretch of time, is, if you're feeling like you are unimportant or inadequate, just know that you're here to show others as much as they're here to show you. So maybe, and it's not a matter of being a teacher, a literal teacher, but, I'm a person who's legally blind. I'm teaching people every day how to interact with me, how to best help me. How to best be of support, and sometimes it requires me to be a bit demanding, but, it depends on how badly I have to go to the bathroom. Um, okay, we got let's see if I can say this correctly. Hesperides, I'm betting. Hesperides and Guardians. Oh my God, I love this. Because if we are each other's teacher, right? If we're here to show others, like they're here to show us, we're each other's guardians. Like we're here to support each other. We're here to unite as one and in oneness because we're one with God, right? So this is really a magical card. You know, I think like once we get past that egoic firestorm of that moon in Leo, we come into that moon in Virgo and might add a little earthiness to it, although I still think it's going to be some word exchanges. But I feel like this is kind of pointing to like, you know, that we're here for each other. We're here, and you know what the thing is that this is what helps us collectively win, is coming together and finding a middle ground. You know, like I said, you know, it's you got to meet each other halfway. That doesn't mean that you don't get an opportunity to say what you need to say. It means that you all get to air your grievances, but then come together and be like, hey, thanks for sharing. I appreciate you letting me know how you feel. Or, you know, I hear you, I hear how you feel, and I'm glad that I now know. And, you know, then being able to sort of make the adjustments in your relationship, whether it's a friendship, colleagueship, otherwise, you know, to sort of renegotiate or find a new way to make the relationship work. This is really a beautiful, beautiful card. I really like that. So that's what I got for this moon in Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, you know, all the links are below. And so, you know, be on the lookout. I do have some surprise nugget videos coming out. I don't know when they will be published, but I am working on things in the background, as always. Aren't I always working on stuff? It's a matter of executing them. And I don't have that executing fire in my chart to make shit happen as rapidly as I would like to. But I'm working on it. And yeah, that's my story. I'm working on it, but I'm always working on stuff behind the scenes. It's a matter of when it actually executes and gets on YouTube or wherever. Because it's, again, I just don't have the fire in my chart to execute things. So anywho, all right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great one.